Walk with me on the devil's left way path, where we will take several turns along the way. This path is multifaceted, dark, light, and everything falling betwixt. Crooked our steps will be, for the journey is never straight nor narrow. Greetings and salutations. I am Kindra RavenMoon. Welcome to the Thorn Rose Witch podcast. Here's where we discuss a bit about everything that falls under the umbrella of dark spirituality, witchcraft, Satanism, devil worship, and all things related above, below, and beyond. I hope you're having a wonderful day and that your week has gone well. Before getting back into our discussion on demons, I want to share an update. I'll be hosting another Q&A session for my Kindra's Corner playlist. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, please email them to my email address listed in the description box. Your name will remain anonymous during the Q&A as always, unless you prefer otherwise. In that case, if you don't mind your name being public, uh, as related to your questions, you're welcome to post your questions to my community announcement or under my announcement on Facebook. Please send your questions by February the 11th. I'll be answering them in a video on Friday, February 13th. With Valentine's Day approaching, questions about love magic are welcome. But as always, I ask that everyone keep their questions respectful. Now, today I want to bring to the table how many of you seem confused between ancient gods and demons. First and foremost, not all demons were once known as ancient gods, and the demons who are believed to have been once revered or feared as gods are, at this point, well detached from the role of deity, breaking both demon and god or goddess into two separate forces or spirits, if you will. A good example of what I'm talking about would be the Semitic goddess Astarte and the demon Astaroth. Astarte is a goddess of love, sexuality, fertility, hunting, and war, a Phoenician great goddess who evolved from the Sumerian Ishtar or Nana. She represents both the morning and evening star, hence with the planet Venus. Astarte's symbolism is associated with chariots, horses, lions, doves, and the eight-pointed star. Her worship spread throughout the ancient Near East and Mediterranean, and eventually she became identified with the Greek goddess Aphrodite and with the Roman Venus. Astarte was also synchronized with other goddesses, such as the Canaanite Anat and Egypt's Isis. Astarte is and was a powerful, multifaceted goddess embodying life, passion, and battle, with a widespread worship that was a threat to the monotheistic traditions trying to dominate, and which they did their best to suppress the love and prominent deities of the ancients. In Astarte's case, she was too strong a deity to completely eliminate, so biblical texts rewrote her into a demonized form and even went as far as changing her gender or rewriting what her gender was at least, naming and named her Astaroth or Astareth in some texts, a name deliberately corrupted by Hebrew scribes to associate her with shame, to discredit her worship. In demonology, Astaroth is a great duke of hell. According to the Ars Goetia, Astaroth is a foul angel or a naked man riding a beast while holding a viper. He is the treasurer of hell and is said to offer knowledge of the past, present, and future, and promotes intellectual corruption, vanity, and laziness. As you can see, there is nothing that the demon Astaroth is about that can be linked to the goddess Astarte. And even though biblical scribes did their best to erase the goddess's identity and morph her into something else that is frightful and evil to them, so to frighten those who worshipped her towards the Abrahamic God instead. Her worship, even if incognito, continued anyhow, and it still continues to this day. The goddess Astarte never faded away. She never died, nor did she transform into the demon Astaroth or Astaroth just because monotheistic religious scribes of a new dominating religion decided she was. The point I'm making with this example is that gods and demons are energies, forces, with many of them created by humans, which, through the energy and belief we fed into these over time, allowed them to become a life source of their own. While other energies, other deities, or infernal forces, if you will, are and always have been primordial forces that have been around since the birth of this planet or even earlier, maybe even before our universe was created. They never needed us to exist, basically, these primordial ones. Scientifically, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be redirected. It can be transformed, but not into something entirely different than what it was. The essence of this core cannot be changed. In my opinion, with the case of ancient deities and demonic forces, it is delusional to think that mere mortals could transform these or hold any power over them. So, getting back to Astarte and Astaroth, obviously they are not one and the same. So, next time you come across a video or someone online addressing the demon Astaroth as being female, or using Astaroth's sigil to connect with the goddess Astarte, or just interchanging their names for the same thing, you can chuckle to yourself as I do whenever these pseudo occultists or absolute amateurs, I should say, present such silliness. The same whenever you hear someone wrongfully stating that all demons are ancient gods or once ancient pagan gods. If anything, I want you to walk away from this episode with the knowledge that the majority of those talking about demons online, some even publishing books, haven't actually worked authentically with demons aside from what they have staged in photos and clips to present online, usually for attention grabbing or to promote whatever book or course they are teaching. Take much you come across online about demons with a large grain of salt. For the most part, it's the blind leading the blind, or in some cases, a wide eyed charlatan trying to pull you into their setup of smoke and mirrors to get you to buy into whatever they're marketing. If you want to authentically connect with a demonic force, first, you must remove any fears and expectations you might be holding of it. Approach it as if it were a highly intelligent, wild, or primitive animal. Don't hold delusions of humanizing it, meaning don't try to place human characteristics and emotions upon it. And don't, for one instance, think that these forces give a damn about you and your well being, or that there is a guaranteed safe way of working with them. Actually, nothing with any dark force is guaranteed. All interaction, if a demonic force that is chooses to interact with you, will be transactional in one way or another. So keep this in mind. You're not going to get nothing, or you're not going to get something for nothing, I should say. And I think I did state that in the first episode on demons. Now, I said enough on this topic for today, I believe. But we will touch more on demons again later on in future episodes. As for next week's episode, I don't have anything specific in mind. However, whatever dark occult topic strikes me in the moment is what it will be. I'll be looking forward though to whatever questions you throw my way for the upcoming Q&A. And until next time, my dears, I bid you darkest blessings under Lucifer's light.